So this week is really interesting. It's quite interesting, right? So, um, I don't know why all the news just changed. That is so weird. So all the news changed, and now everything is beautiful. Okay, because the day before, right? It happened. It actually happened yesterday, right? I don't know why all the news was just, and I have an exam tomorrow, but I don't care. So all the news were just strange. Like, look at this, 2 p.m., 2 p.m. So one thing I'll start doing is that the day before, I'll always need to look at news. The day before, I always because Trump speak like I realized Trump speaking like just some weird news that just come from nowhere and then they keep on changing the time. Like, look at this. I was expecting not to even trade this week. Now I'm expecting to even trade this week. So, what am I expecting tomorrow, right? What I'm expecting is that my game plan still hasn't changed, right? I'm still expecting lower prices. Alright. I'm expecting us to go lower, but I want us to aim for this high. So I'm expecting shorts tomorrow, alright? I'm expecting shorts for us. Another thing is just because of this hidden SSMT that we have right here on Monday with this low down here because of this hidden SSMT. That's why we went higher, right? Because the bodies, we went below the bodies, so we made a SSMT, then we went higher. So we open lower, then SSMT. I would have traded today, but no, it was a good trade today though. But I'm aiming for us to take out previous week's highs and also this highs over here. So previous day's highs because I'm also targeting this sell side liquidity down here. So I'm expecting high of the week. I'm still expecting high of the week, right? Expect us to go lower into those lows, previous week's lows, because that is a target. And if we're able to do that, we would be able to go higher to make an SSMT. So since Monday would be a retracement day to finalize the FEG, which we didn't make the FEG, I expect us to make a short-term high of the week on Tuesday and retrace back into the FEG for lower prices. Then I would expect Wednesday low of the week for short-term draw to create our external liquidity for chasing our major external liquidity. So that was my week for Monday, but then we didn't make it. So now what are we still going to be expecting? Since we made this right here, I am going to be looking for shorts, okay? I'm looking for shorts coming tomorrow because as we go higher, I want price to take out I want price to take out this highs right here, and likely for price to take out this previous week's highs. So, expecting longs is either long towards this high or towards this high, or we'll be expecting shorts towards. It's either one of those sides, right? But I would love to short. I would love to short. So if we even go higher, we will be able to hit this right here. So it's either we make Wednesday high of the week. Okay. So let me actually go here. So looking back on our weekly calendar, right? So everything changed, right? Uh, they were able to change everything instead of Fed to be speaking 4 p.m. We're gonna be speaking earlier. Okay. So so what is going to happen? I expect Fed. So at 10 a.m. I'm not gonna trade unless I see a clean setup. So Wednesday is this. We have CPI on Wednesday. So what do we do before the day before CPI? The day before a major news day, we do two things, right? We we one we generate liquidity. Mostly we generate liquidity for this day. So this day on Tuesday, even though we have news and it's Powell speaking, so the market will either just be bad, but we'll see what Asia session does. If Asia session expands and London session also expands, I'm expecting us to have a really bad New York session. But if Asia session expands, London session consolidates, I'll expect New York session to pretty much give us a setup, whereas we'll have Asia session taking out the lows. I mean, New York taking out the lows of Asia of London session. So that's basically the game plan, right? So I'm expecting Wednesday high of the week. I'm expecting Wednesday high of the week. I'm not gonna be catching tops or bottoms, but I will primarily be longing because it is too close to call, right? Because of we have this hidden SSMT right here. So the target will obviously be these highs right here. So it will either be that I'll be looking for longs. So if we take out these highs before or during 10 a.m., I'll be looking for shorts. But if we don't, I'll be looking to take out these highs. If we're still below here. So that's the game plan. It primarily just depends on what price is going to be doing. But I am long or short depending on this buy side liquidity on if price tags it. So it will all depend on time right now. So right now we could see that price is just consolidating. So meaning that right now that we're going to be so now Asia, if you see right here, Asia session is basically consolidating. If we go into the 15 minutes, we will be able to see better. So on the 15 minutes, we see Asia session is consolidating. We see Asia session just consolidated, right? So it's likely we could also get a seek and destroy tomorrow, which is likely, but that is not what I want to see. So for us to go higher, right? For us to go higher, I would expect us to retrace into a short-term low. So the short-term low I'll be expecting us to go into is the New York session low, right? We're going to this New York session low because we also have like this equal lows, right? We're going to the New York session lows. If we take those lows out, and also this during the London, I'll be expecting higher prices, right? So because this is an internal range liquidity, or you could say if we go into the 4 hour, this is an internal range liquidity where we're in a 4 hour fair value gap, right? So we look over at this day, we could see the bodies. So this is a hidden SSMT, so I'm pretty much bullish, but yes, on the euro, I am pretty much bullish on the euro. The euro has just been doing some weird stuff which I'm not even understanding, and because we're also short on here, we're pretty much bearish on GBP slash USD. So I'm expecting bearishness, but yet again, for this indicator. Into the 15 minutes. Monthly, weekly. Into the 1 day. See right here, we made a hidden SSMT right here with the bodies, right? With the bodies, we took it out and then price just expanded. So that's why we expanded higher right here. And then we took out these highs. We made a hidden SSMT too. So now I'm expecting this low sticking. So that is why I am long but short. So meaning Wednesday high of the week. So for the game plan, Tuesday. For the game plan, I am expecting us to take out the highs, buy side liquidity, reach highs. I expect us to. So let me clean up the roadmap because it's not clean. So the roadmap is simple, right? So we took out external range liquidity. Now we're going back to internal range liquidity. So now of this range to this range, internal range liquidity. Now from this range to this range, let's go back to internal range liquidity. There's also external range liquidity right here. So there's a little range right here. So I'll be expecting us to go higher. Let's see. We even have a PSP right here, but I'm not even going to be looking at that. So we have from this range to this range. So this is internal range liquidity in the form of a fair value gap, right? So I'm expecting this fair value gap right here, this 4-hour fair value gap. I'm expecting this to be the catalyst for higher prices. So right here, expecting us to go here and then go high. Let me draw it well. Go here, then go there. This is what I'm expecting. So I'm expecting previous day's highs to be taken. Now, keep in mind, let us look throughout what we have this week. Right, let the economic calendar be our friend. We have CPI, right? CPI, since we have these two news, right? We have these two news, and since today we basically expanded so much, right? We could either consolidate or what generate liquidity. So Tuesday we need to be very, very careful and patient. We need to know what we're seeing and what we're looking for. Okay. So if we look over here, that'll be which highs I expect us to take out the highs on Monday. Why? We have a hidden SSMT with Monday's daily candle of previous week's lows and Monday's body. So from 4-hour ERL, ERL to ERL, I expect previous day's highs to be taken because Monday made a range and we're using the range to draw us out of the range ERL to IRL to make an SSMT for higher prices for lower prices. So expecting these highs to be taken, so I'm expecting longs tomorrow. Right, so primarily I am expecting longs tomorrow. I'm expecting those highs taken. If those highs are taken, I will not probability be low probability if those highs are taken before we if those highs are taken before we enter, then we do not trade. Why? This is day before heavy news driver and we don't want more risk, so we will be patient and look forward to tomorrow. And if price doesn't give us what we want, we do not trade. So I'm expecting longs. News. What news do we have again? We have Fed testifies. Powell speaks. Weekly tactics. I am very defensive today. So high risk. Weekly bias. Longs. This outcome, no trade. Loss, but this one was no trade. Also FOMO during this day. So we're going to see better. Yeah, we'll see better this week. The only thing right here is that we already have an SSMT right here. So just for the previous week. Then we made a hidden SSMT, so we're likely to take out this highest. Because we made this hidden SSMT. So that's all I have for now. Really, that's all I have. So see you.